Good afternoon and welcome to Eastern Lifestyle. I'm your host, Davia Pugh.
And I'm your reporter, Kaylee Riccatelli.
We are so happy to have you with us today. And you're probably wondering, they are not in their usual setup.
What did they do with the studio? It looks great.
What's going on? Did they have a renovation?
No, we didn't.
No?
I wish I could say this was our new studio, but
yeah. But you know what is having a
this
renovation?
is a one-time only event.
Yeah. What's having renovation?
The Sanderling Resort.
And that's where we are.
Yes.
That's where we are today. We are in Duck, North Carolina. That's where we're taking you.
Yeah.
Yes. So in this episode, we are going to be chatting with Vivian Howard about her brand new restaurant that's a part of the Sanderling Resort called Theodosia. And later we'll be talking with her and I'll be tasting the food. So stay tuned for that.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. And this is the Sanderling Resort's 40th anniversary this year, which is 2025. And they're having a lot of renovations going on. I mean, Theodosia is new.
Yes.
They're changing up, the experience when people come in. It's going to be modern and timeless, a mix of both themes. So.
Yes. And one thing I also love about their renovations that are going on is that they're staying true to the Outer Banks.
Exactly.
And like the style and the inspiration of
that culture.
Pulling from the local culture and like just the local vibe.
The vibe. I mean,
and
the vibe here, this vibe is amazing because, I mean, I love the beach, right?
Yes.
It's incredible and there's so much to do here.
Yes.
Right? I mean, you can go to the spa, like specifically at this resort, they have a spa and there's so many water sports you can participate in. I mean, you see the beautiful ocean behind us a little bit. You can do kite boarding. You can also do, what is it called? The other boarding.
Surfboarding?
That and then kayaking and
it's the one that the skimboard.
Yes,
thing.
yes.
I am so bad at that actually.
All different boardings. See, I'm not a boarding person.
No, we've got the Atlantic Ocean right behind us that you see over there, and then on the other side, directly behind Theodosia, is the Currituck Sound.
Yeah.
Surrounded by water.
Yes, on both sides.
Yes.
So
and I hear everyone all day has been hyping up the sunsets here.
Oh yes, I mean we've heard amazing things about this sunset, and we're gonna see it later.
I hope there's a pretty sunset tonight because I have heard our Outer Banks sunsets are
stunning.
Incomparable.
And I'm a sunset girly. I love staring at the sunset, taking pictures of the sunset. The colors are gorgeous.
Yes.
I'm so excited. But yes, the Sanderling Resort is beautiful. You can see the detailing.
So it's
here.
It's 2025. So 40 years means 1985.
1985 is how long this resort has been here, which is a while. 40 years.
Yeah.
And it's incredible.
Yes.
So I highly recommend you guys come here and check it out. Our trip here was wonderful.
Yes.
I mean, it was rainy at first.
It was a little bit rainy, and then we got out of the car and it was super windy.
Yeah.
Having water on both sides, it's gonna be windy.
But then, as soon as we got here, what happened? The sun just
literally
came out.
Changed on a dime. I looked out the window and it was kind of cloudy and windy.
Yeah.
I turned away for maybe 2 minutes, turned back.
The sun was out, and it was because we're here. We came. That's
we brought
why.
the sun with us.
We brought the sunshine.
But no, even just where we've our experience at the Sanderling so far.
Yes.
It's been so great. It's
amazing.
so beautiful. Everyone here is so nice.
Kind.
They've been so helpful.
Yes.
And Theodosia isn't even the only restaurant here.
No, there's a lot to do here.
No, so there's Theodosia. There's the life-saving station.
Yes.
There's a couple of fun bars right by the beach.
Exactly. And Duck itself is known for fishing. Fishing culture is huge here. So if you love to fish, or even if you love seafood, I highly recommend that you come and check Duck out.
Yeah, so I've never been to Duck. I've been to the Outer Banks. I've been more in the Kitty Hawk, Kill Devil Hills area, which is only about half an hour from here.
Yeah.
But it has a very similar vibe, but it's also a little different.
Yeah.
Duck feels more small town than stretch of coast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, quaint.
Yeah.
And I love that. And this is my first time coming to Duck, so.
You've never been to the Outer Banks before?
Never been to OBX, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
So you're liking your experience
so
far.
I'm coming back. Yeah, I'm coming back.
The extent of our experience mostly to this point has been driving through.
Yes.
And then we've been mostly just in the Sanderling.
Yes, exactly. We've hit a few spots in this vicinity, but so far we haven't needed to go far to have a good time.
Yes. So if we've had a great time here, imagine if we went out a little bit.
Exactly. Incredible.
Yes, but Theodosia first and foremost. So we'll get into that.
We'll get into that next. Coming up after the break, I sit down with Chef Vivian Howard to talk about her brand new restaurant on our North Carolina coast. Stay tuned, you will not want to miss this. Hey everyone, I'm your host, Davia, and Vivian Howard is no stranger to bold ideas and beautiful food. Today we are at her newest venture, Theodosia, and we're going to chat with her about how this amazing concept came to life. Thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you for coming all the way out here.
Oh, of course. I was so excited. So tell me about how this partnership with the Sanderling came about.
Well, I guess about a year ago, the folks that purchased the Sanderling reached out to me and said that they were doing an overhaul of the resort and they wanted a signature restaurant, and would I be interested in being at the helm of that? And to be honest, I was every time you open a restaurant, you say you're never going to do it again, kind of like when people have children, but then you forget. And then, So I was like kind of on the fence about opening anything, but the thought of a project at the beach, a different cuisine than I typically cook, and meaning like really focusing on seafood, it just seemed like an opportunity I would regret passing up.
Awesome. And I also know it's the Sanderling's 40th anniversary. So what's it like opening your restaurant at the same time of having that huge milestone for the resort?
Well, it's pretty chaotic. Opening a restaurant is always that, but there's a lot of change happening on both sides of the street here. But the fact that the Sanderling is turning 40 is one of the reasons I was drawn to this project.
Okay.
I really like being a part of breathing new life into establishments that have meant a lot to people. A lot of people have a lot of memories at the Sanderling, and so to give it a new life and to be a part of that is something that I really am proud to be a part of.
The name Theodosia itself is stunning. Can you tell us what inspired you to name it Theodosia?
Yeah, well, names are so hard, for me in particular. And I love the idea of exploring the history and the folklore of a region. And growing up, I did not come to the Outer Banks much. My family didn't vacation much at all. But I had this little book, The Legends of the Outer Banks. And Theodosia Burr's story is one of the most prominent legends of the Outer Banks. So Theodosia Burr was the daughter of Aaron Burr. And I had no idea who she was until the musical Hamilton, to be honest.
Wow.
But she perished in a shipwreck off the coast of here, and there are a ton of legends attached to whether or not she indeed died or if she roamed the Outer Banks if she's still roaming the Outer Banks.
Oh, wow.
And so I thought that was a fun story and a fun hook, but I also thought that Theodosia was a very pretty word to say. It is
pretty, yes.
So if you don't know anything about her at all, it really doesn't matter. I also, in every project that I do, I try to dig into the history of women in that area. So Theodosia was kind of the socialite of her day. One of the little notes I know about her is that she and her husband were the first people to ever honeymoon at Niagara Falls. So Theodosia was a spirited woman, very educated. So kind of juxtaposing that with the hard-working women of the Outer Banks and the home cooks that really formed the cuisine of this area. So on the menu, you'll see some nods to those home cooks and a dish that's called Miss Vivian Shrimp Ball. That's not actually, it's not this Vivian. It's Miss Vivian from Island Board and Bread, which is one of the community cookbooks. Trying to pay homage to both Theodosia and the women of the region. in the hallway here, heading to the bathrooms, we have a number of archival photos that speak to women's history in the Outer Banks. Exploring this region is really new to me.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to the day when I get to take a day off and patronize the beaches and the restaurants. And Duck is such a cute little town.
Yes, it is cute.
It's so cute. You know, it's interesting when you drive through Nag's Head to Southern Shores to Duck. You know, every community has its own kind of personality, and I would say Duck feels a little more like a village
Very quaint.
Yes.
Don't go anywhere, because after the break, we'll be continuing our conversation with Vivian to talk about her menu and this amazing dining experience. We'll be right back.
You know, I am known for really cooking what I call like the food of the frugal farmer. So food that is really rich in vegetables and fruits and grains. And so I was really excited to dig into a different type of cuisine and really focus on things that come from the sea. So, you know, that has been one of the learning curves that I am currently on is not cooking fish, but sourcing fish and working with the local fishermen. There's a deep culture around
fishing cultures,
that.
yep.
Yes, and you got to get into the clique for them to work with you. And so, you know, there's all kinds of things you learn when you're opening a restaurant in a new place, and that's one of them here.
And so how would you say Theodosia is different from your other restaurants?
Well, I would say Theodosia is definitely the most elegant dining room that I've ever cooked in.
I mean, look,
cooked near.
Yes, yes.
And you know, it is also our menu focuses largely on seafood and traditional foodways of the area. So I think that is very different. But the ways that it's the same, you know, warm hospitality. Delicious, made from scratch, thoughtful food. You know, I'd like to think that all of my restaurants have those things in common.
So when it comes to your menu, what was your thought process behind selecting dishes? Because I know some of the inspiration came from a cookbook, Island Bred and Born. So tell us a little bit about how you came to those decisions.
Well, I really like to cook food that is familiar to people, but just like slightly off center, so that you're not going to come in and compare my shrimp burger to Elle's shrimp burger at Atlantic Beach.
Yes.
But so that was my starting place. What are seafood dishes that people love, and how can I do them a little differently? Like, for instance, one of our entrees is a fish dish. Tonight it's going to be a big, nice fillet of cobia. And that's going to be on top of what we're calling a frogmore broth. So frogmore stew is something that I grew up eating. A lot of people in the Carolinas did. So it's corn and potatoes and smoked sausage and shrimp kind of all boiled together. But, you know, I can't do that. So we have done a little ragu with all of those ingredients, and that'll be on the bottom of the plate with a smoked tomato broth around it, kind of emulating the boil aspect, with that big, beautiful piece of cobia on top.
Oh, that sounds so amazing.
Yeah, so that starts from a dish that everybody knows, but kind of turns it on its head.
Wow, I love that.
Same thing with that shrimp burger. You know, I think you cannot go to the beach in North Carolina during the summer without getting a shrimp burger, but I always like kind of fuss with it. There's always shrimp falling out the sides, or so we're making a tiny little shrimp burger so everybody can have one and then have dinner.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
But it'll be more of a patty made with shrimp and scallops, and then a creamy fennel slaw and a spicy tomato cocktail. So again, something everybody knows, a shrimp burger, but in a slightly different way.
That's amazing. Yeah, you're making it your own, which is very special. And you also have like a lemon pie.
The lemon pie is inspired by two different pies, actually. So there's the Atlantic Beach pie and there's the Down East pie. They're both lemon pies.
What does it mean to open Theodosia at this stage in your career?
I think when I was younger, opening restaurants and doing, you know, writing books and everything, I think I always felt like I had something to prove, or always felt like I maybe didn't deserve the opportunity, I guess, and I was always faking it till I made it. And in some ways I still feel that way, but if I'm still faking it at 47, I better find something else to do. So I think what I'm saying is I'm a little more confident.
That's amazing.
And people would not keep coming to my restaurants if we weren't doing something right.
Exactly.
So I'm just trying to follow my gut and be the strong woman that everybody believes I am.
So if viewers wanted to learn more or make a reservation, where can they go?
So they could go to theodosiarestaurant.com. You could also Google the Sanderling and we'll be right there. Our social media is going to have a lot of beautiful photos, both of the space and the food. So there's a lot of places to look, and if you don't even need to dig in more and you just want to make a reservation, you can go to Open Table.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, I cannot wait to try your amazing dishes. Thank you so much, Vivian.
Thank you.
Coming up after the break, we've heard about the food at Theodosia, and now it's time to dig in. Stick around to try some delicious dishes with us.
So now that we've heard the heart of the menu at Theodosia, it's only right we try the entrees for ourselves. So in front of me, I have the pan-seared black cobia, and it looks amazing. It has tomato broth as well. I'm so excited to try it.
And then right here in front of me, I have Vivian Howard's very own iconic tomato pie. I'm so excited to try this. I've heard so many great things about it.
Yeah, I've heard great things about this as well, so let's dig in.
Yeah. All right. I guess I just take a fork?
Yes.
Or maybe I'll get a knife too. And we
Smells
have
so
a
good.
tomato with some garnish on top of it. I took too big of a piece.
That's really good.
That's delicious.
This is amazing. It's so juicy, the fish.
Is it?
Yes.
See,
amazing.
This is coming from someone who doesn't even like tomatoes. This is delicious.
Yes, that's right. You don't like tomatoes.
Yeah, this is so creamy too. Like the filling, oh my gosh, that's delicious. It's almost like eating like anything you get that's like tomato, basil, like mozzarella or whatever, but it's like better, you know?
Yes, yes. It looks amazing. And this is like, look at all of the ingredients in here. You can tell this was like
There's
really
a
thought
lot
out.
in there.
Yes, like shrimp. We got some potatoes, corn, sausage. Frogmore is very popular in the Carolinas.
I know, I had never heard of frogmore,
Yeah.
which I think it's a stew or a broth or something.
Yes.
But here it's a ragu.
Yes.
So she's done her Vivian Howard twist and specialized it to her own style, but while still like referencing the cuisine of the region,
Yeah.
which I think is so interesting.
It really is.
And then of course we had to try the shrimp two ways. So the two ways in question is shrimp cocktail right here, and then Miss Vivian's shrimp ball that she had mentioned earlier that isn't Vivian Howard Vivian. It was out of, what was the cookbook?
The Island Born and Bred cookbook.
Oh, yeah. And it was a different Vivian that made a shrimp ball that people really loved.
Yes.
So now,
We're gonna try it.
yeah, let's try it one way at a time. Which one do you want to try first?
Let's try this. This is Calling My Name.
Okay,
So-
so then you try that, I'll try the cocktail.
Yes.
I already know I love shrimp cocktail. This is like
Yeah,
one of my-
that's always
This
good.
is like my favorite.
It's always good.
Oh wait, this shrimp is seasoned.
Is it? That's so good.
It's got like almost kind of a kick to it.
This has like a very, you can tell there's like some lemon in there. A lot of herbs. Very refreshing. Very refreshing. I love it.
I need more cocktail on my shrimp. There we go.
I need more.
Yeah, I mean,
My cracker's breaking. Okay.
No! There's definitely lemon on this shrimp too.
Really?
Yes. Okay. Now
Let's
we'll
wait.
swap. I'm trying the shrimp ball.
I need more of the.
Mmm. That's delicious. That's almost like a crab dip, but with shrimp.
Mmm.
But like in a ball.
Exactly.
That's so
That's really
good.
good. This is really good. I do taste the lemon.
Doesn't it have like a little bit of a kick to it?
It does.
But like it's really good. And then you have the cocktail sauce.
Very refreshing. I love the flavors in all of these entrees. Like fantastic.
It's so full flavored.
So full of flavors,
But not,
and they're
not overwhelming.
not overpowering.
No.
They blend very well.
Oh, this is delicious.
10 out of 10.
Yes, this is a break my scale.
BMS.
Yes, BMS.
Yes.
A little bit of lingo for you guys out there. So if you guys get the chance when you're in Duck, you should absolutely check out Theodosia.
You guys definitely need to come to Theodosia and experience this for yourselves. This menu is absolutely fantastic,
Yes.
and there's something for everyone. So come
Please
right on.
do
down.
not take our word for it.
Yes.
Try it for yourself.
Yes. Try it all.
It's an experience you have to have.
Yes. Thank you, Vivian. We're so grateful for this
Yes.
amazing opportunity.
Vivian has just been wonderful.
Vivian's amazing, and we
Yes.
highly suggest you all come over here to this coast and check everything out.
Yeah.
And remember to always enjoy every moment of your Eastern lifestyle, and we will see you next time. Segments in today's episode are sponsored by the Sanderling Resort.